Hey guys, it's Full Cards here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York, and in front of me today I have a box of the 2002-2003 Pacific Vanguard. We stand on guard for the configuration, 6 cards per pack, 24 packs per box, 144 cards. And the name of this particular game would be the 3 jersey cards. What I do like about these old Pacific boxes is the clarity with which they enumerate our pot odds, as you can see. Base set 1 through 100, there are limited cards numbered to 450, and those would be 1 to 5, so 5 cards about per box. Rookie set, 36 cards, they would be numbered to 1,650, and they are 1 in 5 packs, so 4.8, again about 5 cards. There are limited versions of those as well. Game Warns, 50 card checklists, they are numbered typically, and they would be 3 in 25, so almost 3 cards. Pacific Completes, 1 per pack. East meets West, we should get 2 cards. In Focus, we should get 1 card. Prospects, 1 in 7, we should get 3.4 cards. Stonewallers, 1 in 9, so that'd be 2.7 cards. In V-Team, which would be 1 in 25, which would be 1 card. So that's basically it. What else do we need to know? Our rookie class. What would our rookie class be? It would be Martin Gerber, Tim Thomas, Ryan Miller, Rick Nash, Zetterberg, Hemsky, Bouwmeester, Hainsey, Spezza, and Patrick Sharp. So we do have a significant rookie class, more or less. So let's go. Let's pop these open. Let me just scroll the plastic right off, if I can. Stand. And this is it. This is our old school box. It would be a hobby box as denoted and connoted, and there are the Game Warns. Look at those busy looking packs from 2002-2003. So this is what this middling average looking box from Pacific would be from back in the day. And right on the top, it does have the key rookies, the ones that were considered key rookies at the time, in Nash, Chistov, and Zetterberg. And gold foil looking packs as well. These are stuck. This is going to take a minute to open up. Okay guys, time for the recap. So I thought I'd flow and fly right over to the recap. Usually I don't qualify breaks as disastrous, but this one was somewhat calamitous. And the reason is, in trying to unstick the cards, which took forever, a lot of the foil started peeling off. So that was sort of, I was getting punked. So with regard to base, we did receive 2 stacks, Jack, basically about 96 cards with duplicates. As you can see here, here's the Mario. And as you can also glean from this, the foil started peeling right off, so that was somewhat disappointing and bad. We did receive 3, 4, 5 of the parallels, as we were guaranteed the base parallels, and they are numbered to 450. And you see there, we do have the Joe Thornton, who would be 9th all-time in assists. I think he's 13th all-time points, climbing up the leaderboard. We have Kolzig, we have Johnny Leclaire, and Roman Turek. So these would all be numbered to 450. Of course, Johnny Leclaire got 2 important OT winners in the '93 Stanley Cup finals. So those would be our parallels, base parallels. Not space parallels. Base parallels is something completely different. We did receive a bunch of rookie cards. We were guaranteed a stackage of the rookie cards, 5, I believe. Mostly no names, although I kind of like privileging and indicating and showing off some of the less known talents, like Jeff Taffy was the 30th overall in 2000, I believe, played about 200 NHL games. This cat here played 3 years in the NHL. He was a 5th rounder. Sylvain Blouin, he was back and forth with the Habs. He was actually drafted by the Rangers. He was a 4th rounder, played, I guess, 115 NHL games. This cat here, I think people in Ottawa, New Jersey know fairly well. He was a 1st round, 21st overall, and did play 700 games. But we did receive this Patrick Sharp rookie card, so that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, you can see the foil has popped right off, which is a small tragedy. And as we know, Patrick Sharp was drafted in 2001 in the third round. Has played almost 1,000 NHL games. Won the gold medal at the Olympics. Has 3 Stanley Cups. So you know, Patrick Sharp is Patrick Sharp. We did receive the Pacific Completes, which is a completely separate checklist. So we get one per pack. So we would have 24 of these. We did in fact receive the 24 of those. I'll stack them right up there. The East versus West, we were guaranteed 2 of these. So these are sort of duels, but not like jersey duels, just sort of dual cards. Kovalchuk and Marcus Naslund and Eddie Belfour and Marty Turco. So these are kind of nice cards. Stack them right up there as well. We did receive the Eddie Belfour V-Team. This is a nice looking insert card, if you will. 4th all-time in wins would be Eddie Belfour, a legend in his own right. I'll just put him right over here and keep it nice and clear. We did receive the prospect cards. So the prospect cards, we were guaranteed, I believe, 3.4. We received 4, so that's actually half decent. A couple of lesser known prospects. Again, these would be rookie cards and sophomores, etc., sort of future prospects. We did receive the Alexander Frolov, who was a 20th overall in 2000 and did play about 600 games in AHL, 580 plus. Put up about 400 points, and then he went off to the KHL, which a lot of players do. Datsuk did that too prematurely, went off to the KHL. As well as the Ales Hemsky, who looks like a really, really junior. He looks like his name's Junior. He looks like a young cat here. Ales Hemsky, of course, was drafted 13th overall by Edmonton. And he's had a pretty nice career with 800 and almost 840, 50 games played, I guess. Almost 600 points. So these would be all our prospect cards. So I shall space them neatly over here. And let's put the Ales Hemsky right in front. There are Stonewall cards and other sets. Of course, they're goalie cards. Habib Bulin was the first Russian goaltender to win the Stanley Cup with the Bolts, of course, 2004, I believe. There's Patrick Roy, first all-time in OT victories. And then Marty Brodeur, first all-time in wins and shutouts in the NHL, etc. So we did receive the pretty decent Stonewallers. I'll just slap those cats right up there. And we did receive the In Focus card of Joe Sakic. Joe Sakic, man, 9th all-time, I believe, in points in the NHL with 1641. This cat was the real deal. Holyfield, 15th overall by Quebec in 1987. Were you even born then? Probably not, right? So there's Joe Sakic. And we did receive the jersey cards, which would be the name of the game, including Dan Cloutier, drafted by the Rangers in the first round back in the day, best known for your Nucks. All these cards are numbered specifically to specific numbers, like 511. We did receive the captain, Daniel Alfredsson, who was a late draft pick, if you recall and recollect. Again, numbered to 511. And look at this, Darcy Tucker, numbered to 50. So that's kind of cool. I guess this is perceived as a gold. As you see, these are silverish. I think some of the foil even came off on the Daniel Alfredsson. That's how sort of tragic this break was. But this is obviously a gold because it's sort of gold rimmed, if you will. That's kind of cool. So Darcy Tucker played with the Habs and, of course, with Toronto. Early on with the Habs and then later on with Toronto. And it's numbered to 50, 32 of 50. So these would be the jersey cards. That's actually pretty nice, Tucker. I don't mind that one bit, even for a Habs fan. So that's basically it, guys. I wouldn't pay more than $15, $20 for a product with this appeal that apparently peels upon appeal. I happen to be pulling cards live and direct from a place called Brooklyn, New York, and this was a recap of the Vanguard from 2002-2003. Please subscribe, please provide a comment, please provide a like. Full cards live and direct from a place called Brooklyn, New York.